Hey, Gigi with the gems. I'm going to come at you today with some information that can probably help you. So, everybody want to know, how do you detach? How can you stop caring about something you care so much about? How can you just be like, I don't know who they is, you know? Where the wet wipe because the bum trying to touch me. Like, how do you know? How do you know when your detachment is working? So, a few ways that I learned how to detach was I was letting some emotions and some things fester so much that it consumed me and it took over, where I was thinking irrational. I had no thinking process. I was just go, like just crashing out, right? And I ain't like that. I didn't like that I gave people, things that much power. So one of the things that I stopped doing immediately is saying, well, one of the things that I started doing immediately is started saying nothing is never really mine. It's just an experience. This in itself allowed me to really say, wow, I really have ownership of that thing. Even if I was married to that thing, even if we were sewn and woven together, it is two different beings. It is two different two paths and whatever. So I can't align my being to be consumed by this other people's decision already, when they're already showing that they're shitting on me. Another thing you need to do is read between the lines. Know when something is not for you. Okay, well, this is probably like the first step you should probably take. This is in no specific order. This is just off my mind, just something I got in the car. And I was like, I really wanted to give y'all a message, but I didn't want to give y'all just anything. I wanted to give you something that can actually help you. Because a lot of people don't know how to detach. So this isn't in any specific order. This is just my order at the Pacific time. So I said nothing is mine. Okay, and read in between the lines. When I say read between the lines, look at the situation, look at the person, look at the thought process, look at what they're not necessarily making it directly towards you. So don't take it personal or make it personal, but you do want to take heed to what somebody is saying, because somebody not just saying something just because it sounds good. It's mostly how they feel, or because it sounds good, and they can still, anything that somebody says they can do. So don't never be like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Always take heed to it. So when somebody says something towards somebody else, like that's something that they did, don't be like, oh, they're going to do that to me. But then have in the back of the mind, in your mind, that they possess this quality to do that to me. So I need to be on my P's and Q's, period. So it's already knowing when to initially see the red flag and then be like, that's hot. It's a hot service. Like, it's hot. But, you need that hot service sometimes. So you just go kind of like, But in this instance, we don't need that hot service. So once it gets too hot and we get that take your hand off instinct, it's like, okay, now bag up. You know what I'm saying? But when you're attached to something, or you're not thinking, or you have like not really avoiding attachment style, but you just have like a attachment issue, or like where you just feel clingy, you feel like this is your person, your being, or your things, or whatever you want to say at that point in time, right? You feel like this is for you, this is yours, right? Even though it's not, but you feel like this is, okay? So you gotta tell yourself, I didn't over-explain that analogy that I gotta take back. And I want to pause this video and be like, what did you say? And then just, yeah, but we'll get back to it. Dang, that's going to hurt my thinking process. This is why I should be more on top of it. Okay, yeah, so you're going to, so you don't want somebody to keep giving you the same analogy or giving you the same actions and reactions to the things that they already told you was radioactive, that just needed just a flicker, 2 at night. You know what I'm saying? Because, Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna move past that, because if you get it, you get it, you get it, and if you don't, you don't. I'm sorry, because I didn't explain it well enough, so, or maybe I did. I don't even remember, okay? Okay, so, besides read between the lines, you have to allow yourself to feel the emotions. You got to cry. You got to cry. Let it go. Let it go. You can't hold back anymore. Let it go. Let it go. You got to let it go. You got to let that river flow. You got to cry it out, yell it out, scream it out, scratch it out, claw it out. You gotta do all of that. You gotta release. And when you do that, when you breathe, and when you allow yourself to pant, when you allow yourself to feel that emotion, that is when you're gonna feel free. Because now you just alchemized your energy. You didn't completely use it for good, but you didn't use it in a detarget. Trying to say some big words, and I'm choking, okay? You ain't using no detrimental way. I was trying to like detargatory. I don't need to say it because it don't want to come out right. Okay. Yeah, just don't be destructive. We want to make sure that we're transmuting energy so that we're always our best self, and we're always our best versions of ourselves, even though like life be throwing like lemonade, apples, lemons, everything at us. And it'd be like, make this into a good juice. Okay? Make this into a good juice. Make it sweet. And of course, we do. But of course, there's some sour things, so we gotta be like, then you don't want too much sweet, because too much sweet ain't good either. So now it's just gonna be like, it's not gonna be good. So yeah, okay, so allowing yourself to feel, letting those things flow. Another thing that I did, nature, outside, taking a deep breath again. Journaling. And do not make your journal entry specifically about this person, place, or thing that you are attached to and that you're trying to detach from, because you don't want to look back at your journal entry and say, oh my gosh, I am feeling the same thing over and over, because you done described to a T exactly what you're feeling, and you might have put a little bit extra stuff on there that ain't had no business on there. So what we need to do with that journal entry is we need to put what we're feeling, but we need to do it in a way to where it's still positive and it doesn't hurt anyone, place, or thing, or even you. And when you look back at it, you can say you grew from it. Like, you realize where you just had a reflective point and where you grew. If you can't look at something, if you're writing something, you can't look at something in the future and say, hey, I didn't grow. Like, this journal entry wasn't really, it represented an emotion that was temporary, that doesn't really even mean anything. It was just an emotion, and it was temporary. It doesn't show me the temporary of my emotion and the growth of my emotion and where I recognize my emotion came from, to where I can be able to control this emotion or this feeling, so that way I cannot be in this place when something similar takes place. Therefore, you can just graduate out that level and move into your next level successfully, versus keep going back into the same repetitive cycle. That's how come people like some, oh my gosh, I'm stuck in this cycle, I'm stuck in this and that. No, you're not just stuck there. You're claiming it. First of all, you're speaking with the tongue. Second of all, you're doing the same thing. Ain't nothing changed. I'm sorry. Nothing changed. You're doing it. We're just waking up. What's the movies where you get stuck in a time loop? Every day you wake up and it's the same repetition. It's draining, okay? Another thing that I did, I allow myself to go to sleep. Rest. I rest my nervous system. excuse me, I was drainy, I was groggy, I was like I wasn't myself because I allowed my emotions to consume me. And the way to unconsume them was to rest, was allow myself to feel those, journal about it, read between the lines. When you're detaching, you're going to be looking at situations that you could have did better in, that you could still repair, and things that you understand exactly why you were detaching in the first place. But it's not going to make sense until you fully do it, because that's when you recognize the growth. When you're like, okay, I detached because of the disrespect and this, and this, and it wasn't serving me, and this, and that. People, place, or thing. People, place, or thing, but mostly I'm talking overall people, but still fits in all categories. People, place, or thing. So now it's like, what am I finna do? I've been forgetting. Don't mind me, okay? This video is over. I'm finna go. I got 2-3 things on my mind. What I want you to take from this video, I'm sorry for the memory loss. First of all, let's just go there. Second of all, most importantly, I want to see, you're in a different place. I want to see you in a different place. I want to see myself in a different place. I want you to be able to conquer the things that you think that you cannot in ordinary life. I want to be able to conquer the things that I cannot in ordinary life. I see myself a lot further. So I'm trying to do a lot of things that's a lot different. And I am going to stress that amongst you all and whoever else that I encounter is to keep being unique, keep being different, keep being you, keep changing, keep evolving, and definitely keep loving yourself, whatever steps it takes. Rather I help you or not. Rather you like, this girl need to be quiet, or rather you're like, yeah, this girl talking her stuff, she be a little bit everywhere, but you know what I'm saying, or she on point, you know, I catch her just however you feel. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I just hope that it helps you, because it helps me to be able to know that I help someone else. Because I look back at my videos, I'm doing this in real time. I do my videos and I just send them off onto YouTube, not because I don't care, but because sometimes you look at imperfections, and this is kind of what sometimes you look at imperfections and you be like, oh my gosh, I'm not good enough, this is not good enough, and you just stop yourself right in the tracks, and you don't even know that it was perfect just the way it was. It's just that you just start overthinking. So it's just like, why would I allow myself to overthink? And that's kind of what detaching is. Overthinking. You think that you can't detach because you're overthinking. You're stuck in a cycle. You're stuck in a hot coal. You're stuck in the give or take. You're being breadcrumb. So you feel as though you can't let go. You feel as though you cannot leave this establishment. You can't let that job go because yes, they're promising you a raise, but you never see it, and they're giving everybody else raises around you. You're going to a place that you love, that you pour your most energy into. You're building your dream, and it's crumbling right before you, and it's nothing that you can do but just be your best self. And it's taking so much from you that you just feel like you can't even fathom what more you can do, because you feel like you were so flexible that you don't know how much more you can bend. Sometimes it's not for us to bend, it's for us to rearrange. Let it crumble, and let you be the one to crumble it. Crumble. Okay, I'm so immature. Creme brulee. I need some creme brulee. Come and creme brulee all in my lane, because I want you to crumble and serve me dessert at the same time. That gotta feel like we in the Roman Empire. We watching thrones and kingdoms unite and tarnish. And we got creme brulee. Thank you. Bon appetit. Have a great day.